Starting up a poultry business can be so challenging, whereby you can find that maybe you have no transport means, the location is not the best, the chick suppliers, but still we endure. Yes, they have come. Welcome back to Tap's Farm YouTube channel. I want to take you through this brooder from day 1 up to 30 days. So stay there till the end of the video, because this video will show you how you can be a farmer of broiler birds from day 1 to 30 days or up to the end of 6 weeks, because we want to make you start from zero, start with a few birds, and you get confidence slowly by slowly. So stay tuned. Ensure that the place is very cool with the warmth enough for the birds, because these birds don't have the mother. They are not orphans, but that the system will have. When a child has a mother, he breastfeeds from the mother, and then the warmth from the mother's breasts gives the baby that comfort. But these birds have no mother. What do? You give them fire. Give them good fire, and the fire is put before they arrive, so that when they come, they find a conducive environment. When they come, these birds start with water mixed with glucose. That water will give them water for about 40 minutes, so that they gain the energy. They have traveled from far, so we give them that energy before they start on feeds. Now, we have prepared our brooder. Before they arrive, they should find a very, very plain place. There's nothing. It is a slate. You do only put papers, brooder papers, so that the chicks are only playing and only drinking the water without feeds, so that they don't take coffee husks. Otherwise, the coffee husks will go in the throat and they're not able to eat their feed. They end up dying because of malnutrition. These chicks, once they arrive, ensure the place is disinfected. And you too, before you enter, disinfect. Ensure that you're using the same clothing inside. You don't get out with the clothing. If you get out, before you go inside, disinfect yourself. And even if you don't disinfect, make sure that you don't go in any other poultry house with the same clothing. So what we're trying to say here, biosecurity is the key in poultry keeping. Otherwise, if you go into other poultry houses, you have a brooder, you end up having your chicks die, all of them. So today, this is our first day in this brooder. We expect them to be ready within 30 days. That is 4 weeks. And we're able to get our income the first time. So guys, I always encourage you, don't fear. This is our business. If you started, I've seen you, most of you are put on my channel, you comment that you started a poultry business. Some of you give me messages on my phone, others give me an email. Thank you so much for starting. Let us never fear. Never put your foot on one job. Never put all your feet in one basket. The Baganda say, never carry your eggs in one basket. If you have a job, start something aside. If you have no other business, let this one be the starting business. You end up with other businesses in the future. So we have put everything. The light is on. The chicks are playing. The broiler peppers, the brooder peppers are there. The fire is on. They are on glucose. Then shall introduce feeds, and then the chicks will be enjoying. When you introduce feeds, there will be life here. That is 40 minutes later. Thank you for following us. Please, if you're new on this channel, subscribe. If you're not new, you've been here, you can share, like. If you want to pluck out the video, take it home. As long as you do what we teach you here, we shall be happy. Kataps remains your one and only the boy in the farm. Every time I talk about brooding, I emphasize counting your chicks as soon as they arrive home. You should also count them before they get out of the selling point. These guys who sell chicks, at times it's not their intention, but they give you chicks which are sick. Check the umbilical cord, check down. Usually, before I bring in new chicks, I have first to wash the concrete. These are the hardcore the concrete, the nkokoto. They are broken into small parts, but I wash them, disinfect them, dry them, so that when the chicks come, I put them in the drinkers of the birds. So because this helps the chicks not to drown. The chicks are so small, they're just day old. And if you don't put these such stones or such concrete, they always drown there. So when the chicks arrive like this, you get drinker by drinker. You put in stones. You put there those concrete that are washed and dried and disinfected, so that the chicks, when if a chick steps in that drinker, doesn't get wet. Because once they get wet, it becomes like a swimming pool for them. That's very small. You can imagine they were just hatched a day before. Now, do you think they have life? Imagine having a baby, a child born like this first day, and then you put the child on the floor, give the child a spoon to start eating. No, these things go step by step, step by step. So we Kataps here always saying, let us do things with a lot of empathy, a lot of passion, a lot of love. Yes, it's now 40 minutes later. Because these chicks were picked as early as possible, so they were not very tired. We gave them the vitamins, we gave them the glucose as soon as they arrived. 40 minutes later, we are giving them feeds. Introduce the feeds. So these kind of small feeders are the best, because the chicks will now learn that feeds are put in here. You can also put feeds on the ground, on the floor, but that is a bad habit. Especially if they are layers, the layers will always learn to eat things on the ground, and then they end up getting coccidiosis. So ensure that you give them such kind of feeders, small feeders with the holes. So these ones I call them starter feeders, and they have helped for me a lot.